For the first time ever, Michigan had an early in-person voting period this election. Joining us right now is Michigan Deputy Secretary of State Aghogho Edevbie. And let's start with that in-person voting turnout. How are things looking right now?
Well, we had a tremendous turnout. 1.2 million voters cast their ballots during the early vote period. So it's really going to allow us to get a head start on today.
How about today's voting turnout? How are we looking there? And are we seeing any problems with that?
No, we've generally seen things going well. Polling locations are open all across the state. I've personally visited almost 10 polling locations today in the Metro Detroit area, and people are getting out there and vote. It's really encouraging and really exciting to see people practice democracy today.
Now, earlier in the afternoon, I was seeing that the voter turnout seemed to be lower in Detroit than anticipated. Has that turned around? Has the rain affected it and lightened up?
Yeah, we're continuing to see pretty steady turnout in Detroit. Of course, I think a lot of people there took advantage of the early vote period, but we're encouraged. I mean, there are still a few hours left for people to vote, and anybody who wants to know their polling location can go to our website, michigan.gov/vote, and look up their information there.
Were you surprised at how many people did take advantage of the early in-person voting, as well as the number of absentee ballots the state received?
I mean, I think we've all been incredibly surprised and really gratified by the turnout. I was hoping that we would just get above 800,000, and we got to 1.2 million. So it really shows the amount of enthusiasm that we're seeing in this election cycle.
Now, with all of these early in-person voting and the absentee ballots being prepared earlier, when do you think we could see results in our state?
Well, I don't want to put a prediction, but we are really encouraged. One, with the early vote, those vote totals can be released shortly after 8 p.m. when polls close. Then with the pre-processing of absentee ballots, which we have for the first time this year, that's going to quicken the process of counting absentee votes. And then the election day votes should be trickling in after 8 p.m. So I think we're going to see a quicker vote return and results, and we're really encouraged by the system we have here in Michigan.
Well, thank you for joining us and giving us these latest numbers, our Deputy Secretary of State.
Thank you so much.